Hello guys, and welcome to another rankings video. Today we're taking a look at the good old Roblox. Roblox. Roblox has, I think it's about 14 or 15 blasters. You know, nerf blasters. This is not the video game, this is nerf. The weird crossover line that nerf did just to make money, and that's sad. So, Roblox time, guys. With that, let's just get straight into it, shall we? Number 15, the Boxy Buster. Like, this is a jolt, but how do you hold this? I actually picked up one of these at a thrift store. Well, picked it up. I didn't buy it because it's terrible. How do you hold it? You can fit 2 fingers on this blaster if you're lucky. I don't know why they decided to do this because it's terrible. It's not even a good looking blaster. It's weird, and it's one of the worst. This is the worst ergonomic blaster I've ever seen and held. It is bad, and it's just a one-shot jolt, and it is bad. How did they mess it up? I don't know. At 14th is the Soul Catalyst. It is a one-shot rear prime pistol. I feel like there was room on this blaster to have extra dart storage, which they did not do, and yeah, it's an okay blaster. It's just way too big for a one-shot, and with no dart storage, there's no reason to ever really use this thing. The weird, like, orange tentacles just don't really look good at all, in my opinion. So, 14. At 13 is the Armory. 2 blasters. Both hammer action. Both have 1 dart. Why make a hammer action blaster if it only fires 1 dart? It's not going to make it faster. Firing 1 dart and then priming the hammers again is not going to mean you're going to be able to fire 2 if it's only 1. Second of all, these handles are tiny. Like, what happened with this Roblox line? These handles are absolutely tiny. Like, 3 fingers is all you're going to be able to fit on these. They're weird looking. They're really long for what they are. And they're just not good. They're just not good at all. At 12 is the Boom Strike. Nerf, come up with some better names. This is a micro shot, which looks like it has a mag for some reason, but it's only a one-shot thing with weird looking. It's just a bad looking thing. It's supposed to look like a Roblox blaster, but it just doesn't. The best thing I'll give it, it's just a jolt with a thick handle. It's just not good looking at all. It's a 12. 11. The Dart. Don't even know how to start reading that. Dyslexic, sorry. This is another one-shot blaster with no extra dart storage that is really big. The one thing I'll give this one is actually cool looking. It's actually interesting looking. Top prime probably the whole top rail. Cool little like wings on it. It looks like a big chunky handle, but very nice feeling. Don't know about the handle, but yeah. It looks like, you guys remember Skylanders? Do you guys remember the trigger happy blaster? Yeah, that's what this looks like, just with less rounds. At 10 is the Viper Strike. Can't believe this blaster has made it this far. You can tell this line has just been a cash grab, because the Viper Strike is one of the cheapest made Nerf blasters ever, said by, Beret himself. The bipod is worthless. It is cheap plastic that can barely hold up its own blaster. The scope is not removable. The snake head on the front is cool, but that is the only cool part. It is side prime, that it's just cheap. The stock's too short. It has a 6-round magazine. And It's just a long blaster with a snake head. That's the only good things, really, from this thing, because it's just not good. Very cheaply made, this one. Like, the most cheaply made. One of the most cheaply made blasters ever, in my opinion. So 10. At 9 is the Plasma Ray. Another, just Jolt, Microshot reskin. It's supposed to look like a blaster, but really doesn't. Oh, I'm so tired of Microshots. This thing is okay. It looks a bit better than the other one. Bit cooler. Kind of, I don't know, I feel like I could open a bottle I feel like I could open a bottle with the front of it. But one shot, T-pull, pull, it looks fine. Nothing really wrong. 9. 8. The Plasma Laser. The Pulse Laser, sorry. This thing is a reskin of a Strife. Yep. Nerf, you're really doing a lot here. It has a magazine. It's semi-auto. Looks like there's two barrels. It's not. Looks like a bazooka. It's not. It fires just normal darts. An electric flywheeler. Nerf, I'm really disappointed in you. This is terrible. It looks like a brick. Literally, you paint this thing red. It looks like a brick. 8. 7. The Space Lock Ray. This thing, I was actually excited for. 8 rounds, pretty cool looking. But the issue is that rear prime, you have to prime that entire big ball thing. And that thing is not well on there. It's not good design. You could rip that thing off, and then your blaster won't prime anymore. Handle, very weird looking. Cool looking blaster. It's very thin though. At least it holds 8 rounds in a cylinder thing, but that rear prime is just too flimsy. It feels like it's going to break. So that's why it's 7th. 6 is the Psycho Shot. This thing, clear plastic, green internals, weird looking, but not bad. It looks kind of interesting. It looks like a computer, old school computer, see-through computer. That's why it's 6. It's another Jolt. Load around in the front, prime it down. Barrel's a bit longer, so hopefully that gives you a little bit more power. Probably won't. But it's another Jolt reskin, but this one's actually kind of cool. So 6. 5 is the Bees. This blaster I was really excited for. 8 rounds, lever action. We don't have a lot of lever actions. And pretty cool looking. I like the honey on it. Issue. The lever prime is weak. You could break it. It's not solid whatsoever. It's flimsy plastic. The stock is way too short. And yeah, nothing really else to say. The lever just doesn't, it's just not good. It's going to break. It's way too flimsy. So 5. Somehow this is 5th. 4th, the web launcher. This one, actually, for a rocket launcher, for a HAMP rocket launcher, this is the best HAMP rocket launcher. Because it actually has good pressure, it has a good seal. But it's still a HAMP. It's just why. It's cool looking, the handle is comfy. There's no trigger because it's a HAMP. You push it out, pull it forward, and fire a rocket. You only got the 2, so don't mess it up. And also that just grip on the front. What is that? That is just literally a square. Nerf? I'd rather that not be there. I'd rather just use the front square instead of the weird square you put on it. Why? The web thing is kind of cool, but it's 4th. It's okay. Nothing really bad to say. It's just okay. 3rd, the Shark Seeker. One of the first ones in this line, and still one of the best ones. 3 rounds of Mega loaded in the front. Prime the top shark fin. Pull the trigger to fire. I like this guy because it looks like Fallout 4's synth blasters. Like if you want to do a Fallout 4 synth, this is a pretty good thing to pick up. Just chop a few things off of it. and it would be a working cosplay, and that's actually pretty cool. It's weird though, to be honest. The stock's too short once again, and again it looks like a square, but at least it looks like something cool from a video game. The fins are just kind of stupid. I feel like you could really just poke yourself with them. Pretty sure they're hard plastic. I don't know why they would be soft if they click into the sides. So, third, at 2, is a Shadow Sensei. This thing has such a long name, I cut it down. This is 6 rounds, pump action. This one is actually the only reasonable blaster so far. It has 6 rounds, you load in the front, you prime the bottom, pull the trigger, we'll fire 1 at a time, only 1 at a time. Mine does not have good air restrictors, so sometimes it will fire 2. Heck, sometimes it will fire 6. I'm not joking, it will fire 6 at once, sometimes, because the air restrictors are not good. The handle is meh. The trigger, it is a 2-finger trigger, so it's kind of interesting. Not great ergonomics. It looks, hate the look of it, but it looks like something. It has nunchucks, flowering stars. It looks like a ninja blaster, so give it that. This is the best working blaster in the Roblox line. So if this is the best working one, what could possibly be number 1? Look at that. It's another Jolt reskin, but this one is the Mint Choco Freezy. Nerf, come up with better names. This thing just looks actually cool. I would love to have this one just for the looks. And it's a Jolt, so it's going to have the performance. It's going to hit like 50 FPS, but it just looks cool. It looks like an ice cream little like catapult thing with like little ice cream stuff on it. I think it's really cool how the handle's a cone. There's ice cream coming out of the front tube. Ice cream on top with an ice cream scoop that looks like a launcher. Beautiful. Like, this is actually kind of fun and cool. But it's still just a Jolt reskin. And for having this to be the best blaster in the Roblox line, like Nerf, stop going for the cash grab. Make something better. But once again, this is an awesome blaster. Out of the entire Roblox line, these two are just a maybe to pick up. Like, literally just a maybe. You do not need them at all. Good plinking. Cool design. That's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you a completely different one. I'm sorry I ragged on this one. If you like my ragging, I also ragged on the AccuStrike line. But I've done stuff like Elite, Rebel, stuff like that. I have a playlist on my channel. If you like this stuff, please subscribe. And I hope to see you in a completely different one. Bye-bye.